Private lending, borrowing money from normal people. This is what I enjoy doing because it's flexible, it's powerful, and I'm paying people that I know. Now, I am good, close friends to all of my bankers. My bankers take good care of me. I care about them. They care about me. And we've got really great relationships. But at the end of the day, a private loan closes like this. There's no payment penalties. There's no delays with closing. Now, I will say that sometimes private money moving it into your account initially can be a little bit of work. So there can be a process with private money. You have to be 100% law of detachment when you're doing this process. When you're raising capital from friends, when you're raising capital from other investors, it's law of attraction. You don't attract what you don't put out there. Be 100% detached from the outcome. Never raise when you need the money. If you need the money, you're behind. Be raising before a deal comes through. Always be raising. If you met a new person a week, you'd be absolutely crushing it. You'd be making so much money, especially if they were millionaires or if they were successful, motivated, wealthy people who just wanted to do more, wanted to be more. It's really hard to sell something to somebody who's content. Really, really freaking hard to sell something to somebody who's content. But it's very easy to sell something to somebody when they want something. If somebody doesn't value you, doesn't want to transact with you, then why are they in your life? If they're not benefiting you, if they're not bringing you up, like you're going to give to somebody no matter what. You're going to add value to somebody no matter what. You spend time and you're going to add value. Why not spend time with people who want to add value to you too? Monetary value, right? Why not hang out with people because they pay you? This is a very simple way to filter people out. If they like making money, if they're successful at making money, then hang out with them. And if they have other things in common, you can do those things when you're not talking about making money. I want you to write it down on a piece of paper. Your network is your net worth. Find someone new to talk to every week. And if you're ambitious, do it daily. If you're really ambitious, do it multiple times a day. Life is about relationships, not hard work, my friend. And the people who worked hard will look at me and say, I can't believe that all you do is that. It's not hard work. You're not sweating. I'm adding more value than you, though. Right? Because I help make the company that much more money. That's what the company cares about, making money, not making the widget. They don't give a shit. You're replaceable. The person who makes money, that's a magical trait. All your friends that are business owners, man, you help them make money, you're best friends for life. Private lending is easier to get than you think. I was 14 years old. I was earning $80 a week. I put $20 in my wallet and $60 in a book that I hid under my bed. I didn't know where to put money. I didn't have a bank account at the time. Every week, I would work from 8 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I was homeschooled. Weeks went by. And I asked my brother, how much money you have saved? And he'd be like, saved? None. I'm like, bro, what do you mean? We work at the same job. We spend the same time. We make the same money. What do you mean you have none? And I told him, I was like, Josh, like, you should save your money. And he's like, why? How much do you have saved? And I was like, dude, I got $500. I am as boring as you can imagine. I go to work, and then every week they give me $80. And then I take that $80, I put 20 in my wallet, and I put 60 in the book. And then sometimes I end up with $80 in my wallet, and I just put the whole $80 in the book because I don't need any more in my wallet. I've been lending for a long time. I've been working on raising money and getting money to work for a long time because money was a problem for my family. When my parents got divorced, my dad had $40,000 in credit card debt and a car repo that my mom left him. Imagine how hurt I was at 18 years old when they got divorced and I found out that I didn't pay off all their debt because I thought that's what I'd done. I'd given them all my money and I thought that had paid off their debt. Somebody who doesn't have access to another loan would be interested in getting some return on their money. I was 14 years old. I saw the value of 5%. So it's not a complex conversation to have with somebody. This is how I know that I used to offer too much. I had the conversation with a gentleman. I just sold his house, or I was selling his house, and he was going to make about $500,000. And I told him, I was like, hey, I can roll that into a deal. I'll pay you 12%. And he looked at me, he's like, 12%? Nobody can pay 12%. I should have offered less. And I ended up losing that access to $500,000. Had I started lower, and I started, hey, I'll pay you 5%, there's a good chance he would have worked me up to 6. So when you're borrowing private money, when you're having the conversation with private money, always ask, what are you getting for interest on your money right now? Didn't ask it, and I missed out on an opportunity for really inexpensive money at an early point in the business where $500,000 would have gone a long way for us 5 years ago. If you haven't asked that question to people that you know, you have not begun the process of raising capital. Ask everybody you know what they're getting for a return on their investment right now. And then get comfortable with this question. What do you have in the bank right now? If somebody isn't willing to answer that question, you either haven't built enough rapport or they're never going to lend to you anyway. Be polarizing in your conversation. Talk about something they might be interested in, like real estate, and then let them tell you what they know, and let them ask you questions. People love to talk. You've got to fall in love with people if you ever want to raise capital. It's not going to happen just from needing the money. If you need money, it's time for a new relationship. Once you feel confident and comfortable and can manage money well, even if it's small dollar amounts, money will flow to you. Money will trust you, and people will start to trust you. Simpler conversation is, what are you invested in? Are you into stocks or crypto? Do you own any real estate? Are you invested in any businesses? Find out if this person's one of those people who talks about that stuff. What's your experience with investing? By the way, raising capital is a lot easier outside of the RIA. It's significantly easier at other investment groups, at other venues, at other conventions. You want to raise money really quick, build really high net worth relationships? Go to those conventions and you're surrounded in salespeople and doctors, surgeons, like money. And just build relationships there. Be the janitor at those events. Like, who gives a shit? Just show up, like, buy the ticket, be there, hang out at the venues and meet all of the people and build relationships, go to lunch with people. You will learn a ton, and they will all have money to invest with you because they're not learning real estate. They have no interest, but they do want the returns. I am a great manager of money. I grow money. People understand that I grow money. They can see it in me. They see it the way I act. Look at the way I act. You can tell I grow money, right? Because inherently I believe it. And because I believe it, I spend more time getting better at it.